Hi, 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 everyone. Um, Remember, I said I want to continue on the topic about the importance of parenting. Yeah, I know I touched a little on parenting, but there are some things else that I want to talk about when it concerning parenting. Um, for me, in parenting, when you know you're being a good parent is not when your child is loving you or when your child is liking you. But when you know you're being a good parent is that when you can see that the values, the morals, whatever you instruct in your children is showing. Because how they show is that when your children go out there, they represent you. They represent what their home, they were the home from where they were grown in. They represent who their parents in the form of how they speak, the respect that they give to others, how when you send them to school, the behavior, the attitude, how they are towards their peers, how they learn to share, how they learn to love. From ever since a child is small, like from a baby, they are taught how to share. They're taught how to care for each other. They're taught by you, the parents, being caring for them, taking care of them, make sure that when they are wet, you change their pad, their pampers or their nappies, whatever we use in this time. For instance, you make sure that they are comfortable. You make sure to feed them. You make sure to assist them with whatever. But when that child starting to walk, you're not going to be there to teach that. You will help that child, but that child is the one that's going to make the first step. That child is the one that's going to, when that child starting to talk, when that child starting to talk, you have to teach that child to say the right words. You have to teach that child to know what is wrong, what is right. You have to teach that child that when that child is in danger, that child don't touch things that will hurt their hands or things that they will put in their mouth that will cause harm to them. You're going to protect that child that if you have harmful chemicals around the house, you're going to put those chemicals away out of that child's presence. And as that child grow older, there are certain values, there are certain aspects, there are certain principles that you're going to instill in that child. So as soon as that child starts transition from the home into, say, school, into the outer world, those discipline, those morals, those values that you've taught that child will continue growing that child. And when that child move from that, say, that young stage to adolescent, then to teenager, then into a young woman or a young man, that child will now become understanding that these values, these attributes, these things that my parents were teaching me or were showing me or were guiding me along to see, then now they will be out there for themselves to understand how to deal with things, how to respect each other, how to understand that, well, mom and dad was saying this, but they were not just saying it because of saying sake, but they were ensuring that we have. And other thing is that you want to ensure that your child know that they are loved. You want to you want not to just give them things, as I said in my previous video, to show love, but you want to know that your children or your child want to know that you are, as their parents, are there for them. They can talk to you about anything. They can discuss. There's no topic that you will say, no, I don't want to discuss this topic. This topic is off limit. So as parents, you don't want to ensure that you instill these values in your children. And when your children grow up and they start having their children, the values that you instill in them will then will help them to grow their children in the right way. Because our children from baby up to teenage, up into young woman and young man, are the woman and man of tomorrow. So if we as parents don't instill the right values and the right morals in them, then you're gonna have troubled children. You're gonna have a troubled society. So I just want to continue to share that as parents, we just want to We ourselves have to do the right. We ourselves have to be the best version of we. Let our children know that when we are sad, so that when they are sad, you don't tell them not to be sad. When they are happy, let them be happy. When they are angry, let them be angry so that they can understand that being angry, being happy is a part of their everyday life. But at the end of the day, they need to grow and to understand that you are there for them. And this is one more topic on the importance of parenting, and I will continue to share as the time goes by.